Hello friends, this is Zubair of Qureshi and welcome back to my channel. And this is part, I think, 8th of the checkpoint session that I'm having on my YouTube. So before I begin this video, I just want to have a request to like, subscribe and share my channel as much as possible if you like the content of my channel, right? And let's see what is the agenda of today's this session, right? So in the last video we did the URL filtering, right? And then we did some other concepts also. So this time we will do identity awareness, captive portal, and threat prevention, right? So these are the next gen capabilities again, the blades that are supported by your checkpoint, right? So let me just explain briefly what identity awareness is. I have some these definitions. I'll go quickly with this, and then I'll explain on my diagram, right? So identity awareness maps users and computer identities. Maps user and computer identity, right? So user means when I log into my computer, right? I say username Zubair, right, and then password, and I have an IP address, right? So that gets mapped using identity awareness. This lets you enforce access and audit data based on identity. How does that help you? Is when you see the logs, right, until now. Let me open this. My Windows PC is this one, right? So let me just go to the console, log into the console of my gateway. Okay, so let me log in with the admin and admin123 is the password. Okay, so this is asking for the fingerprint. I'll say proceed, and I will let this smart console initialize, right? And for the time being, I'll pause the video. So the services are initializing. So this is my dashboard, right? So what I'll do is, okay, let me just maximize this. Okay, let me just generate some traffic here. Let me go to Google. Okay, and then I can go to say what is this? The blog somewhere. I'll go to YouTube. Hmm. Okay, I configured that URL filtering, so that's why this is asking me for the permission. So okay, okay, done. Right, so I generated some traffic. So let me go to my logs and see if what details can I find, right? What details can I find without enabling identity awareness, right? So when I go to my logs, let this just come up. Okay, so the dogs are up. So I had this traffic, right? So let's see what details can I find about this traffic, right? This one. So I have the source PC, right? But it's just the IP address and nothing regarding the username, right? And destination service I have, and then this is like the accessible number that was hit, name, policy, and the description, right? So as you can see, you have the IP address, right? Only about the source machine, right? But you don't have any details about the identity, right? Who the user was, right? So when you enable this identity, you will get to know this user also, right? And based on that, you can allow or deny the traffic, right? You can think this of an added layer of security, right? So policy will be more granular, right? And okay, just let me explain with this scenario on my diagram, right? That is this one. So okay, so for example, just think that there is a user, right? This one. So this is me, right? I'm logged in as, no, without identity I'm just 120, right? And yeah, I do have a username, right? But this is not having identity awareness. This is without awareness. Okay, so just think, this is me, I'm logged in as Zubair, right? And I authenticated, and now based on the access rule, right, it says like inside net going to source is inside net, and going to internet, right, any destination any, you can permit, right? That's why I'm able to go to internet, right, reach internet. But now just think, imagine that now this user, I am turning off this PC, right? I'm turning off this PC, and now what I do is, so I'm leaving for the day, right? And then what happens is, on that same desktop, someone else with the name of, say, Ravi, he logs in. Huh? He logs in, and he gets this IP. He can get, right, because this is DHCP. So when I logged out, that depends on the lease period, right? If maybe that lease period was expired, just imagine, okay? And what happens is, now Ravi has this IP address, and Ravi has this IP address now, and now he can go out to internet using this policy. Or just imagine, let's be more granular. So I have this object for this PC, yeah, my PC, and that is, this object is specifically saying 16.31.120. Even if I had this object as my source, this Ravi will not be stopped from going to internet, right? Instead, now if we have this identity awareness, right, what happens is, this IP address, right? This IP address gets mapped to this user, say Zubair. Okay, Zubair. So you have this identity awareness now. Okay, now what happens is, when this user tries to go to internet, this firewall asks him your username and your password. Username and password. Okay, I mean, it'll ask you to authenticate. So I say Zubair is my username and password is something 1234. Okay, and this gets authenticated with an AD server. Right, AD server. Windows 80 server, or can be an LDAP server, or can be an Radius, TechX, whatever server you have, or even a terminal server. Okay, so that is terminal server. Goes to that server and authenticates the user. I am there, right? Okay, it says okay, fine, he's there, authenticated, and then I'm allowed to go out. Now what happens? Now Ravi comes in. I go home and Ravi comes in. Now again he logs in, and this gateway prompts him for username password. But Ravi is not there in the AD server, so he gets denied access. This is how identity awareness helps you to make your the network more secure. What if, now the question arises, what about the guest users? Right? What about the guest users? So I may have some guest users also, right? Ravi may be a guest user, so he needs access now. So for that we have captive portal. You might have seen, you get some free access on airports, right? In the airports you get some free access, internet access, or cafes, right? Or like railway stations maybe, and you get some Wi-Fi signal, and you have to connect to it, and it asks for your email ID maybe, or phone number, and you might get an OTP, right? And that is your captive portal, right? What happens is, when you try to go to internet, right, this firewall will prompt you with a username and password, this screen, right? So here you have, I do not have, you have an option, I do not have username and password, right? You have to click that, and then redirect you to another page which says enter your name. Depends what they are asking you, name, phone number, maybe email ID. So the thing here is, the catch here is, this information will not be authenticated with any server, right? So this can be, you cannot trust this uh, information, right? So I might not give you the 100% exact info, right? But then again, it will be used for auditing, because you, in your logs, you will come to know what this user did, right, in this time. And also you have the option to grant this user some time, right? Both of these users, this or this, say 60 minutes. And also you can force them to keep this portal open. If I close this tab, right, I'll be disconnected from the internet. So that is also an option, right? So this is the whole story of the what do you say, our identity awareness and captive bit portal, right? Okay, so I have a definition for captive portal also. A captive portal is a web page that the user of a public access network is obliged to view and interact with before access is granted, right? That's what I said. Before I'll be able to access internet, captive portal will be prompted to me with like, it will ask me for my details. Captive portals are typically used by business centers, airport, hotel lobbies, coffee shops, and other venues that offer free Wi-Fi hotspots for internet user, right? Guest access, right? So that's the definition, and that's what I explained to you. Now it's time to demonstrate, right? So let's go to our dashboard, and for this, what you need to do is you need to enable the blade, right? So for this, you go to the gateway, right? You go to the gateway, and then what you do, you double click here, and you have this check option, right? So here you have to do identity awareness. You can see identity awareness, right? So it will prompt for your AD query, but in this case I don't have any ADs, so I'll go for browser based authentication, and I'll say next. It will ask me for what? For the AD. So I'll just uncheck AD and go next, and I'll say I do not wish to configure an AD at this time, right? Next, and it will show you this thing, this example, right? You need to have this so finance user access role. Okay, so then again I have to explain to you what is access role, and then the service and the action, and with the accept option you have this display captive portal option also. So I'll show you this, and then you have this redirect interface, right, which directs you to the firewall interface, right? Or you can just edit these settings, and I can say I want to access this portal through all the interfaces. So, and say next and finish, and I then for identity yeah, for captive portal I just need to enable this identity awareness. Okay, okay, and then I'll publish this. Yeah, I have to publish. Yeah, publish. So this has been published. Uh-huh. And okay, now what you need to do is you need to create this policy, right, on the security gateway. Okay, saying that I need to be prompted. Okay, so I'll just edit some of the policies that I have. So I have that accept all policy, right? I'll just use that one. Okay, let me expand this policy rule. Okay, I have this. So for root and social networking, I'm saying ask. So I'll just remove this one. I'll just delete. Okay, so social networking will fall in this 2.4, right? And for this, I need to have an access role object. So how do you create that? Go to new, more. I can go here also, new, and then I have user, and then I have access role. So what is access role? See, it's again an object, but it binds networks It binds a network, right, and user group or machines, right? You can just bind the machine with that network, right? So let me just go to network and specify the it will pull from the object. So I have an okay, I don't have the inside one, right? I have networks, no. So let me create one, or I can say any network. Yeah, I can say any network anyways, or you can just add that object, network object, create an object on network, saying inside users, right? And here I will say any user because I don't have any ads, right? Any group, or you can just specify that group, right? Group of users. And then machine also you can just add those, like specific machine, right? But in my case I'll say any, and this is for remote access, so let's keep it like this one. So this is my access role, right? But I have to name this access role, say my access role, like that. Okay, and then press OK. Fine. So I have this access role now, which actually defines any. So I'll go here. I have to specify the access role in my source column, right? Without that, without the access role, I'll not be able to do this identity awareness. Okay, remove, and my this should be say outside also, but I'll say all internet. Okay, I'll just remove this, remove HTTP HTTPs, and I'll say accept plus what more. I can say enable captive portal, right? Okay, and then okay, and then this, and then I'll push this policy, and then let's push this policy, and we'll wait for the installation to be pushed to my firewall, right? Okay, the policy has been pushed, so let's go to my browser and let's access say something. First of all, I'll go to Google. Okay, and what else I might have to. Okay, yeah, so it see it was redirected to this IP address of my this firewall, right? Now it's asking for the username password. If I had a username password and if I had connected it to the AD, so I will be authenticated with the AD, right? If the username is correct or not, right? But in my case, I don't have, so I'll be acting like a guest, and I'll click on here. I do not have a username and password, right? And then it'll ask me for this details. Okay, one more thing. You can just what do you say? Go here more, and then okay, not here. You can go here, double click on the properties, and then you have identity awareness now, right? You can just uh, see now what I had was, just let me expand, just see. So I had name, company, phone number, email address. So I can say anything, right? 1234, company this, phone number, email this, @this.com, right? So this is a fake information. But if I click this, I'll be allowed access, right? See, so I have access. Now I can go to any site, right? So that's the captive portal, right? So one more thing is you have to make some changes on the captive portal. So I closed it. Now you can make some changes here if you want to. You can go to this settings, okay, and you have to check this thing, unregistered guest login. Then only you will get the option of clicking on I do not have the username and password, right? Then you can edit the portal. This is the uh, portal logo here you can change your portal logo and use some other logos for mobile, and then I can go to settings here, and then it will ask me if I want to add any field right here. I'm asking for name, right? So I can also like add, right? Add is like what? Your designation, right? So I can add that. So it will ask me for designation. Uh, Purpose to log in, right? Like that. So you can add your list of details, and I like the ask user agreement also. So I can go here and I have this agreement, right, where I can say company name. Okay, company is my say network lessons. Like that, you can just edit the agreement, right? And then also you have this amount of time that will be that the user will after authentication he'll be able to access internet for how long, right? And this thing is log out users when they close the portal, so it will force the user to keep that browser open. I close it, right? So if I click here okay now, and then I again install the policy, right? I go here, then I again install the policy, right? Now I install the policy, push the policy to gateway, and we will have to wait for this to complete, right? So okay, so this will be completed. Before that, what I'll do is I'll change the IP address of my PC, right? Because the 120 is now associated with that fake user, right? So I'll just change this to 121. Let's see, so that I can have different users, right? Let's see. Let's wait for this and then try. Okay, that's done. Let's go to this and let's go to some page, right? Google should redirect me. And this time I should be forced to keep that browser open, right? I don't have access. Let's wait. Okay, I'll not have access because like you can see the user traffic is permitting only this 120, right? So if I go to this my PC gateway 1 object, this is specifying this IP, right? So let's change my IP back to and see if that helps, or then or I will have to change this policy. So let's make it back to 120. Okay, cross, and then okay, just let me go to my browser quickly and Google. So it will be giving me, I think, based on the earlier access, right? So it will be allowing me. Okay, let me just change this thing here. So I'll remove and say inside, right? So inside anyone can access, right? And then I will install this policy. So now it will hit that the policy will hit this one, and then it will come down to this 2.4, right? So let me change my IP again. So the last access was for around 1 hour, right? 60 minutes. This one it will be given for 120 minutes. Plus I have to keep the browser open, and plus I have added some more details, right? And then we'll check the logs that what difference it makes, right, from the earlier uh, information that we were getting. So that is done. Now let's go to the browser. Go to Google. This time I should be, yeah, I have internet access. I can see here. And then let's try something else. Clicks. Come on. Yeah, I was redirected. Okay. and I have a username and password. I can go back to this. I don't have. Now you can see to do more like additions to the details that I need. So I'll say Zubair, right? Company name, network lessons, uh, and what phone number, something, email zapqureshi 990 at gmail, right? Designation design architect, right? Purpose of logging is fun. Say fun, right? And login. Uh-oh. Let's check this. Okay, now it's saying your time remaining, right? And if you close, you must leave this window open as long as you require this access. Now, if I close this window, I'm gone, right? This is gone. So this access will be gone. So in case I go to Google now, so I'm able to do web browsing, right? Netflix, it will, I think, prompt for the application. No, it doesn't. Okay, fine. Then what? Now let's try closing this. I closed it. Now let me go to Google. What happens? I'm able to go to Google. Okay, let me just close the browser itself. Hello. I have access. Maybe because of some other rule, not because of this. We'll see. I'll go to logs now. Refresh this. I should have, yeah. Now you can see the difference, right? I have the details of the user, right? This was Zubair, right? Guest, and the role number that was hit was 2.4, and what service is HTTP. The extra thing that we are getting is this thing, right? And you can see before I was authenticated. So this is detect. This is HTTPS, and there should be some redirect also. Redirect with an arrow. So this is Zubair. Let me scroll before. I don't have any Zubair. Okay, here. What is this? Identity awareness. Okay, I'm being added. So this is updated. Right? Oh, okay, yeah. Here you can see some redirect. So this would redirect it to my gateway. This right, and you can see that fake user, right? His identity is also there, but then the thing is like that is of no use, right? So here you can see username. It was dropped. Let me check this thing. What was this packet? Identity when this blade was used here, and source was this, and captive portal. And if I go up now, I've been authenticated, right? Now this is like unauthenticated guess, but this is for access. This is from the firewall, right? So this is the identity awareness in captive portal. Hope you understood, right? You need to practice this to understand this. Okay, let's go for the next topic, that is our threat prevention. Threat prevention. Threat prevention refers to policies and tools that protect your corporate network, right? This may include tools for intrusion threat detection and prevention, that is your IPS or IDS. Now we have IPS that does both advanced malware protection, right? Antivirus, and additional advanced security threat prevention, right? The email security appliances. Okay, let's see if I can explain it more. Okay. Okay, until now what we did is we did the access policies, right? So I can write down these access policies, right? Access control policies. So in this, what we did is the firewall policies, right? It's the source and the destination that we specified. right? And what else we did is the, so I can write down firewall policies, right? Okay, and then what we did the URL filtering, just to see the layer of protection we provided, right? So with this, what we did is we denied the proxy sites, uh-huh. We denied the malware sites. We can do that, right? We're using the categories, right? Cat, to, right? Using the categories and other inappropriate sites, right? Then we did the we can do the content filtering also, right? Based on the type of application and all, right? So we can block the file transfer sites. Uh-huh. What else? We can block the games applications, right? We can block torrents. Mhm. Nice. Block torrents, right? Then we did NAT that protected our inside what? Inside net. I mean inside network, right? That protected our inside network from the outside world. And at the last we did HTTPS inspection, right? Uh-huh. We did HTTPS inspection that was behaving as a proxy server, right? So that was an added layer of security. So this is your next in capabilities, right? Again, then we have one more thing that is called threat prevention. What is threat prevention is, so we have these access policies separately. You can see on the left pane we have access policies, then we have NAT, and then we have threat policy. I'll show you. So threat policy is separate, okay? What it deals with is the antivirus blade, okay? The IPS blade, which what do you say, scans your inside internal network for any like unnatural behavior. It checks the anomaly, right? And then you have threat emulation, which prevents from zero-day attacks and all those stuff, right? But these things are like inbuilt default. Okay, so let me show you this. Let's continue and go here, right? And go to the security policy, right? In the security policy on the left side, just let this page to be loaded. Okay, here you can see access control policy, right? NAT and policy. Then you have threat prevention policy. So access controls policies I've already set up, right? So let's go to threat prevention policy, and I'll say my threat prevention, right? And scope any, okay, and these are the blades, right? IPS, this should be enabled, anti-bot, antivirus, threat emulation, and threat extraction, right? This is for your email, right? It can extract those malicious or phishing uh, emails and the content inside it. Okay, so you have optimized selected, right? So you can just click on that, and then you have three options: basic, optimize, and strict, right? You can edit this, you can have a new profile also, so you can create a new one also, right? Yeah, so this will be a new template, right? You can, on your requirements, right, you can just like increase the severity, but it will affect the performance of your firewall, because it will consume more resources, right? If you keep this as strict, right, the packets will be looked more strictly, right? There will be more strict checking of the packets, right, and it will consume your resources. So that's the threat prevention settings, right? And then You can go to this threat wiki also to get some details about threat types. Right? I'll push this policy, and then on here I have to select the threat prevention. Okay, before that I need to enable this threat prevention on my blade on my firewall, right? Go to this. Here I have to enable all this. Locally, I'll say, because I don't have any cloud emulation services. Okay, ignore, because it needs the resources. Okay, I don't want to share right now. You can just, so this is same prevention policy. Okay, antibot, IPS. Yeah, you can also select on data loss prevention. I'll just select this, and now you will see all the blades getting activated here, right? In this blades section. You will see that. And once this is published, I need to install, including the threat prevention policy. Install. Let's wait for this installation to complete. Okay, now that the policy has been pushed, let's go to the browser and try to download some malicious or malware or some virus from the internet. Okay, let's try download malware for testing. Which one? Let me go to this site. Okay, and let's download this thing. This should be blocked, and it should not allow me to download this file, the zip file. Yeah, as you can see, page blocked. Okay, activity malicious file exploit download, right? So this has blocked, and let's see which blade has blocked me. It should be the threat emulation blade, right? So I'll go to my logs. Okay, so I'm in my log, and let me just scroll down to see where I was blocked. What is this? This is threat emulation, right? Let me just refresh once again. I should have a block. Blocked. Okay, I can see here. Yeah, double click. So this is from Firewall. It's not threat emulation. I can see again this one. This is again Firewall. Okay, yeah, so this is the one. Yeah, Ika security, I can see. So now you can see, right? Antivirus, and blade was antivirus, threat, right? User message is this thing. You know, this and all. Frequency is 1 day, and yeah. So this is this was the rule name, that, right? My threat. This proves that my the threat policy was used, right, to block this. So guys, yeah, that's it for this video, and do comment, and do like and subscribe my channel, right, and share as much as possible. So if you have any questions, please put in my comments, right? And yeah, so that's all for this video. Thanks, and bye bye.